More and more details are emerging in the Wistron violence case in Kolar. The contract employees who went on a rampage on December 12th were not given offer letters, employment contracts, and were even denied salary slips on request. These revelations were made by the Karnataka Labour Department in its report on the matter. The report also spoke about how contracting companies Quest Corp, Adeco India Limited and Creative Engineers flouted norms related to hiring personnel. Usually in such a situation, the contracting companies could be blacklisted. The report also said that the contracting companies hired more people without prior approval of the Labour Department. All three contracting companies that had obtained permission to hire a certain number of employees hired more than permitted without the approval of the Labour Department. The report also noted that salaries of workers were deducted in violation of the Contract Employees Regulation and Abolition rules, and no explanation was given in this regard. Employees said that despite multiple requests submitted to Wistron's HR department, no action was taken to rectify the deduction in pay. Reportedly, Wistron, in a bid to meet its increased workload, hired more workforce and failed to maintain a good relationship with them. The Labour Department also found that Wistron did not record deduction in pay for workers. There were other violations that were reported by the Labour Department, but it is not specified whether they were committed by Wistron or the contracting companies in question. Meanwhile, Apple has said it was probing whether Wistron had flouted supplier guidelines. On the other hand, the violence that broke out at the Wistron plant in Kolar is beginning to have far-reaching impacts when it comes to the centre's efforts to appeal to investors as an investment-friendly nation. India's push in the manufacturing sector is now facing a pull. Damage control is actively being driven by the centre, and the state government has been asked to ensure a quick resolution. It is being reported that the violence at the Wistron plant is being viewed as more than just a skirmish by the union government officials. The incident of violence comes close on the heels of the centre's concerted push for the production-linked incentives or the PLI scheme. The centre has plans of replicating the limited success in the smartphone assembly sector in new industry categories such as pharmaceuticals and automobile. The central government's intervention in this matter is being aimed at containing the potential damage to the PLI-led investment. What's worse, the Wistron violence comes at a time when labour unrest is brewing at Toyota Kirloskar Motors manufacturing plant right outside Bengaluru. While the central government has its plate full, the Karnataka government too is facing the heat. Trade union AICCTU hit out at the state government, alleging it of not taking stern action in the case and going soft on Wistron. The trade union also accused the state government of targeting the contract workers after the protest. Hundreds of workers were arrested by the police, and the state government had vowed to take strict action against the protesters. The trade union questioned, what's the point of generating employment that does not pay? All in all, the Wistron violence and the subsequent damage control has left a bad taste in the mouth of the centre and the state government. It remains to be seen how far and wide the implications will spread.